welcome to my channel. I've always loved Valentine's Day, even before I was ever married or even was dating my husband. I think that you can use Valentine's Day to treat yourself special, treat your friends, your family special, your significant other. So I wanted to do a look today for Valentine's, and since I was kind of rocking the red earrings and the red bow, I thought, you know what? I'm not going red this Valentine's. I'm going to switch it up because everybody does red. I'm just going to give you a little run through of what I did quickly. Alright, Benefit. Then I moved on to my Unique Touch Liquid Foundation using a Real Technique brush. My Unique Touch Concealer in Scarlet, which is a bit lighter, under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead to brighten and illuminate my face. NYX Concealer in 08. I use this to contour with in the hollows of my cheekbones. I'll do a little in my temple and bring it up to my forehead, down the sides of my nose, and a little under my lip. I will say a little bit of that goes a long way, and then I blend it out with my sponge. And what else did I do? Oh yes, with an e.l.f. complexion brush, which I really like their brushes. I went in with my Hourglass powder in dim lighting, which I thought was kind of perfect because usually on Valentine's you go somewhere nice for dinner and there's dim lighting and you have that beautiful night glow when you're out at dinner. So this kind of gives you that look. And it really just blends out any imperfections and just makes you look really flawless and perfect. Who doesn't like to look like that once in a while? So I did that to set my entire face using a light hand under my eyes and down my nose where I wanted that lightest color to come through. And then, let's see, a couple more steps to make this look the way it does. So I love this Physicians Formula nude palette. Using my Real Technique brush, which I like this because it's kind of the perfect size to get into these little squares, with an extremely light hand. Barely dabbing, just a little bit, and then I went in under my eye, both eyes, not just one, under both eyes, and then on my forehead and my chin, and I set that light concealer with this lightest shade in the palette, and then I took it down my nose, and I kind of wanted my nose to be kind of a bolder pop of light since I did contour it. So I used a little bit heavier hand there, but still, again, being very cautious not to go overboard. You don't want to look mega shiny, just to have a nice, beautiful glow. Then I went in with this entire row of like light champagne colors and a little of that pink, and I did a little pop on my cheekbones before I went in with my favorite blush, my absolute favorite blush and favorite blush brush. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. So this is also Real Technique, and this is the Flower Blush from Walmart. Drew Barrymore is on their little stand. I'm guessing she paired with them to come up with these, or at least is the spokesperson. This is powder to liquid, which is unique because usually it's liquid to powder. It's in Tickled Pink. It's a really baby doll pink, and I love it. I did a very light hand so I could have just a slight flush to my cheeks, but you can really pack this on to get that really bold baby doll pink cheeks depending on the look you're going for. And then I went in with my e.l.f. Eyebrow palette, which I really like, with a Real Technique angled brush. If you can't tell, I use their brushes all the time. They're super affordable and they're very good quality for the price tag. I did a little bit of a heavier brow, a little bolder. I don't know, something about thicker, bold brows to me is kind of like sexy, and I was like, why not rock it on Valentine's? My final little tip or trick for this look so far is to go in again with that nude palette. I wanted my lips to look a little plump, a little fuller than they really are. So I went in with that lightest color in a lip brush, and I actually lined the outer edge of my lips with it so that the light really comes off of my upper lip, which is the thinnest area on my lips. And then I went in and I actually filled my entire lip with this CoverGirl Lip Perfection Pencil in Sophisticated. And here is another little trick for a full lip. It's Valentine's. I want my lips to look plump. So I have a deeper Cupid's bow. I'm going to fill it in slightly to give myself a more rounded upper lip. By filling in my Cupid's bow just a little, it gives my lip a more rounded appearance, which is usually a fuller appearance. So my look today is going to be smoky plum, which sometimes I like to mix smoky and sultry together as smoltry. So this Valentine's, I'm going with smoltry as my look. So to finish out my lips, I'm going to top it with this kind of pinky plum mauve shade of Delicious and CoverGirl. This is going to be kind of like a satin finish compared to a matte, which I think is with the darker liner underneath is going to give me the perfect plum. And just a little tiny bit of sheen over top is going to give me, I think, a little softer, prettier appearance for Valentine's. Oh, I love how that color turned out. Perfect. That's exactly the shade I was hoping for. Yay, I love when stuff actually works out like you planned. Okay, now I'm going to try to just roll with this idea I have in my head for my eyes, and we'll see what happens. I am going to go in with my NYX palette that I got in my Ipsy. This is a little smoky palette. It's got a light nude color, a brown, and a black, and they all look like a shimmer. The black looks like a little bit more matte, but I've already primed my eye with Shadow Insurance, and I'm going to go in with this matte, rewind. I'm going to go in with this nude shimmer shade, and I have to have a mirror. One second. Oh, and of course, I forgot to add, I'm totally rocking my 3D mascara. Hello. I cannot do false lashes. I cannot do it, so I am all about the 3D mascara. So I am just going to do a coat on my entire lid. I have oily eyelids, so doing a base coat of a powder helps contain that. This is also just a nice nude, very skin tone, good transition shade, good base color, all of that jazz. Now rolling with this smoky theme, I'm going to go in, I'm kind of nervous, this is an experiment. Using a Revolution brush. I really like these. I got these in my BoxyCharm. I'm going to attempt to do sort of a cut crease. Probably not a perfect one, but you know. I am highlighting that outer V. I'm not bringing it all the way in. Now wiping this brush off and using the same one, I'm now going in with that brown shade in the same NYX palette. And I'm going to put that brown under where I had started with the black just to soften it a bit. Bringing it lightly over all the way and then kind of blending the two together. There's a nice amount of shimmer, but not overboard. I think this is going to turn out really great. Play with it until you get what you want. Grabbing a little bit more of that brown. And I really want to keep my lid lighter for now until I totally figure out what I want to do. So I really like those two colors together. I'm going to go in now with a Luxe eyeshadow in 290, which is a really pretty plum color. This is a matte. And I actually think I'm going to stick with the same brush, wiping off any excess shadow so that it's clean. See, I really love this color and I think it's going to be perfect with my lips. I blow off my excess. Does anyone else do that? Now I'm going to go back and over that, kind of the very start of that brown, but leaving my bottom lid nude currently. And I'm going to blend this up just a little and work it into the outer V. So I feel like with a look like this, it's all about layering and blending. I feel like makeup is just like art. Like you have this image in your head of what you want it to do, and you just play with it until you get there. Oh yeah, I really like this color. I'm actually going to bring this over into the bottom lid just a little, just to kind of mirror the V on the outer edge of my eye. Absolutely loving that so far. And then I'm going to take the same color, and I'm going to go under my eye with it. I have green eyes, so anything with purple or red or pink really makes green eyes pop, so this should turn out pretty well. I'm pulling this plum into the black just a little. Okay. Now, let's see what I want to do with the rest. So this eye is just a little bit darker, so I'm going to go in with a little black and smoke out that outer corner. We're going to re-put that cut in there. So grabbing a little more black. I am going to go back with this crown brush. It's a little fluffy end, that nude color, and soften this inner corner and out. Just soften the edge of it, because I want it to be sultry, but I don't want it to be overboard. So softening again. I want a nice soft edge, don't want any hard edges for this look. So just totally buffing it out. I'm going to go in with this really skinny, oh no, all my brushes are falling. With the really skinny Real Technique brush and that same nude shade from the NYX Ipsy palette. And I'm going to just make this a little sharper here. Just kind of sharpening up where that dark and light meet. I'm going to go back in with just a little bit more plum. I want the plum to be kind of like the hidden gem of this look. It's definitely more smoky and sultry than it is plum, but I want that plum to be showing through. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more in the inner corner here. And in the outer corner. Then with a little bit of that nude NYX color from the palette, softening that edge. And there definitely is a little fallout there, so let's fluff that away. I think there's just the perfect amount of plum in this look to match my plum lips. I'm loving it. And that lightest shade from the, I just lost what it's called, Physicians Formula palette in the tear duct area, my eye, to really add a pop of color. And then blowing out the excess. I'm going to do just a little under my brow. For the final finish, I'm going to just do a very thin black liquid liner on my top lashes. I have such a problem with doing eyeliner. Don't ask me why. So this is my finished Valentine's Day look. Featuring a soft contour, a beautiful subtle glow, and a light flush, which I think is just really comes together for the perfect Valentine's Day look. Soft, glowy with a little bit of smoky sultry going on, because I hope you have a little bit of sultry Valentine's Day. Anyways, you guys, I do hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and thank you so much for tuning in. It really means so much to me that you would take the time to watch my videos. It truly, truly does. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about this look, any of my other beauty beliefs, anything. Please give me some feedback. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And as always, stay positive, because at the end of the day, that's all we really can try to do. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful Valentine's. Thanks for watching.